letters of 7 Chinese characters. Okay, so we are all very familiar with Master Dechen from our Jing Abode. She's going to be sharing with us next. And this is the electronic poster designed by our media team to promote our weekly sessions and to highlight our key speakers. And Master Dechen has been summarizing Master Cheng Yan's teachings in short paragraphs and putting them into Dharma cards to be distributed worldwide every day. And this is a very famous university in the world. This is the Harvard University. And never did we realize that Tzu Chi could walk into Harvard University and be able to collaborate with so many scholars. And Master's ideology, philosophy has been used as teaching materials in Harvard University. In order for us to arrive at such a stage of collaboration with all these esteemed scholars, a lot must have been put into work, lay the foundation and to pave the way. So let us watch the video. Master Dechen says she's representing Master Cheng Yan come to this world-class university to discuss about the common goodness. And it's honored to be the subject of this research and study by scholars in the world, and being given the recognition on what Tzu Chi has done for the charity works globally. So in this symposium, there is a very serious discussions and forum. And if everyone could understand better how the external scholars look at Tzu Chi and the impact and influence of Tzu Chi's philosophy to the world. Okay, now let's look at another video from New York. And this is the mayor of New York, Mr. Adams. And when Master Dechen and our delegation went to visit the Mayor Adams, they had a very good discussions. And Master Dechen have been to New York and Harvard University. So both these places have been attended by Teacher Mei Yun as well. So Master Dechen says that we need to keep up and quicken our pace in order to follow Master's footsteps. So I like to be with you because you have such positive energy. Let's welcome Venerable Dechen. It is grateful to Master Dechen.
问题的。师父在打开简报的同时，我们真的也非常感恩哈。他在
we're waiting for Master to
时间也来打开
share her screen.
视频影像，也可以请导播呢，在师父在打开的时候，我们看一下哈。就是我们读书会9周年的时候，也邀约到我们的秦师父以及我们的陈师父来上线为我们。
Teacher Meyin said that during our 9th anniversary, Kaohsiung Online Book Study 9th anniversary, we invited Dechen Shifu, Master Dechen and Master Dechen to join us. Okay, so now we're ready to listen to Master Dechen's sharing today.
好，那师父您可以开始了，是可以，很棒。慈济是解方，请师父请说。
好，可以开始。
慈济 is the solution.
好，亲爱的上人，全球的慈济菩萨们。
Dear Master Cheng Yen, our global volunteers, and all the listeners from all over the world, very, very grateful to have such affinity to share with everyone all over the world, those who have affinity with Tzu Chi. And I'm very joyful to go online today. And I could feel the atmosphere of Kaohsiung Book Study is full of positive energy. And when we spread this positive energy to everyone, everybody will be able to receive them. And so today I'm going to talk about Tzu Chi is the solution to the world's problem, many of the world's problems. So when we are sick, we will seek a doctor's help. So some will look for the Western doctor, some will look for a traditional Chinese doctor, and looking for panacea. Oh, we have some technical issue with the connection with Master. Let us wait patiently for Masters to reconnect with us again.
是，好，我们非常感恩哦，在师父的声音，是不是有人可以跟他稍微，有人有他的点，我来，好，他跳出来了，哎，导播，请你 take， 对，好，那同时师父在重新上线的同时呢，我来看一下哈，下一面是石经文经，我们先跳一下好了，然后我去跟师父联络一下。石经文经在线上，对不对？是啊。
So while waiting for Master or Venerable, let's. Okay, we're back. Yes, we're happy for Master to be back.
可以继续开始吗？对不起。
Can I resume? Master asks.
好，那就是要讲世界面临这么多的问题，那要找解放的过程当中，回归到最源头。
When we see that the world is facing so many big problems, and in order to find a solution, we have to go back to the vows and missions of our Master, which is to serve Buddhism and to serve sentient beings. And that's because Master deeply believed that the Buddha came to the world to teach us the Bodhisattva way. And we can see that in order the path to enlightenment is actually the Bodhisattva path. and we are walking on this path, we should not be affected by the ignorance of the world, of what's going on in the world. And we know that the Buddha Dharma is very important to guide us. And throughout lifetimes, the eternal aspiration of Master Cheng Yen is for Buddhism to propagate Dharma and benefit sentient beings, and also to alleviate the sufferings with great love, promoting common goodness. And teaching the Bodhisattva Dharma, practicing the Bodhisattva path, serves as the direction for our spiritual cultivation. And Master said clearly to us, whenever she sees the Mount Vidrakuta in India, where the Buddha's teachers taught the Lotus Sutra, Master says that perhaps more than 2,500 years ago, both of us, every one of us, were listeners at the Lotus Sutra assembly. It's just that Master is more fortunate to have walked closer, and so we are also part of this assembly and the Buddha's disciples. And Master hoped that there's a group of people who can follow her and work together with her to relieve the sufferings of sentient beings in the world. So isn't this what the Sutra of Infinite Meanings chapter on virtues mentioned about? That he is the true spiritual guide of all sentient beings, the great field of merit for all sentient beings, the uninvited teacher of all sentient beings, the place of peace and joy for all sentient beings, the refuge and protector, and the great mentor guiding all beings in every way. And whether it is our participation in the World Forum at Harvard University, or whether what our volunteers is carrying out in many countries, isn't this is what we are all carrying out according to the Sutra of the Infinite Meanings chapter on virtues. That's the spirit and the essence of the Sutra of Infinite Meanings. And we can be the eyes for the blind, ears, nose, and tongue for the deaf and mute, and we can make up for the deficiencies in all senses and instill great mindfulness in the deluded and chaotic. And in the beginning, when Master registered Chiji as a charity organization, that was like almost 60 years ago, and Master registered the organizations with the missions, the 4 missions of charity, medicine, education, and culture, which was later changed to humanistic culture. And at that time, Master had this vision of carrying out these 4 missions, and that has continued till today. And in the Sutra of the Infinite Meanings chapter of 10 merits, at the time the Buddha praised, saying, "Excellent, excellent, noble sons. You are truly sons of the Buddha now. deeply compassionate and able to alleviate suffering and rescue those in distress. You are the great field of merit for all sentient beings, guiding them to goodness in all respects. You are the great refuge for all sentient beings, the great benefactors of all sentient beings, always generously sharing the benefits of the Dharma with all. So for the past 58 years, Tzu Chi has set foot in and established offices in 67 countries and regions. And Tzu Chi has set foot on to provide relief to 133 countries and regions. And just now we heard about Turkey and Syria, the disaster relief for the earthquake, and how we are able to attract more local volunteers to join us and to provide more relief effort. And we know that the major global events that's occurring in the world now, it's deeply saddening and made us worried. And masters hope that Tzu Chi volunteers can be like the Guan Yin Bodhisattva, who could reach out with 1,000 eyes and hands to provide relief and to help those in need. And also to educate people about the goodness and to influence more people to collectively do good. And with a combined energy, we could do more. And we are all very worried about the global warming, which has become global boiling. And this year alone, we have in January, we have the major earthquake in Japan and in Chile. And the conflicts and the war have caused inflation, and the energy crisis and the global warming has caused more extreme climate conditions, causing more natural disasters. So all these are interrelated. So this is our annual policy direction and review of major events in 2023. In order for us to chart path and the strategy for implementing our policies and directions for every year. And continuing our care and support for Ukrainian refugees in Poland to ensure their safety and well-being. We are also providing the relief to the earthquake-stricken areas of Turkey and Syria. And the relief workers themselves, they are the Syrian refugees and who are now helping the Turkish residents that were affected by these earthquakes. And we know that in the continent of Africa, there are 54 countries, and Tzu Chi has stepped foot into 33 countries in Africa. And Tzu Chi has helped to build schools in Mozambique and in South Sudan. Due to the food supply disruptions, Tzu Chi provides economic assistance. In Zimbabwe, due to the water scarcity, Tzu Chi digs wells and repairs the water sources to provide clean water to the people of Zimbabwe. And returning back to the homeland of the Buddha in Nepal and northern India, this has always been Master's wish to repay the grace of the Buddha. So we should go back to help the local needy people in these places. And we're grateful to the volunteers from Singapore and Malaysia for their dedications to go to Nepal and northern India to establish Tzu Chi's missions as well as Tzu Chi centers and help to provide charity relief and build schools. And in this Sutra of the Infinite Meanings, the chapter on 10 merits, and whenever we return back to our spiritual home to meet Master, we always ask Master not to worry about us. So we will make vows. Just like in this sutra, the disciples say to the Buddha, "May the world-honored one not be anxious. We vow to use our power of aspiration to universally enable all sentient beings to see, hear, recite, read, and write, as well as to make offerings to the scriptures, benefiting from the power majesty of the Dharma." And from this, we can actually witness the actual works that has been carried out by many volunteers throughout the world, and also on every Wednesday during the Kaohsiung online book study, where we can validate the teachings of the sutra, and we can witness that how our volunteers are seeing, reading and reciting, writing, offering Tzu Chi's Dharma, and to receive international recognition. And in our hope that whatever Tzu Chi is doing, it can become a discourse to be shared with the international audience and to be certified. And yes, we have to work hard to achieve. And in the sutra, it also mentioned about the 6 duties of a teacher, of a master. 1 is to receive and uphold the Dharma. 2, to read. 3, to recite. 4, to explain. 5, to write. 6, to make offerings. And actually, this has been carried out in our Kaohsiung online book study. So how do we achieve the Tzu Chi discourse? And in the assessment of Taiwan's Tzu Chi collaboration projects with the United Nations and global NGOs in 2023, And we can see that 慈济 through the global platform of United Nations, 慈济 has shown that it is nurturing boundless lives, upholding two great missions, devoting to the three grand visions. The two great missions are for Buddhism and for sentient beings. And the three grand visions is to purify the hearts, harmonize the society, and prevention of calamity. And engaging in the four great endeavors, which are our four missions, enhancing the five major concerns, and practicing the six great kindness, which is the six paramitas. So under the guidance and leadership of our CEO Yen, our charity mission has expanded greatly and received many, many recognitions globally. And in this, and during the recent sharing by volunteers master, they shared about all the works that has been carried out in the local community to help the local people. There was a story about one Tzu Chi care recipient who was approached by a friend to go and rob, to perform a robbery. And when this care recipients joined a friend to rob someone, he suddenly remembered what has been shared to him by Tzu Chi volunteers, that we should not do any bad deeds, and we should always be doing kind deeds. So because of this, he changed his mind. He realized his mistake, and then he did not commit the robbery. In 2010, Tzu Chi was officially registered with the United Nations as a non-governmental organization, NGO, under the Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. And that was the very first time, and everybody were delighted by this recognition. And that same year, Tzu Chi also participated in the UN Women's Conference and became an observer at the 19th United Nations Climate Change Conference back in 2013, and 2018 become a member of the UN Multi-Faith and Advisory Council. In 2023, Tzu Chi signs the Global Ethics Declaration, and Tzu Chi was the co-organizer of the 2023 World Forum of Religions. The closing ceremony was attended by 7,000 participants, representing over 200 different religious beliefs, showcasing the harmonious results of interfaith cooperation. And the right faith is the right solution for our world problems. And this message was delivered by Master Dechen. And this is a message from Master Sheng Yan to all the religious leaders. So through platforms like this, the global platform, we are able to showcase and to spread the Tzu Chi's beliefs and discourses of how we could resolve some of the world problems, including the climate change conference, the COP. And Mayor Adams of New York praised Tzu Chi, recognizing the difference between Tzu Chi and other religious groups lies in practicing Buddhist teachings through community service, without seeking fame, profit, or reward. And there are many refugees who are seeking asylums to come to the US, be they the financial, economic refugees or the conflict refugees or disasters refugees. And Tzu Chi has shown that we symbolizes the shared goodwill in safeguarding all citizens through the love, to the spirit of great love. So Tzu Chi's the Jing Dharma lineage is being spread through Tzu Chi Forum, Global Goodness Symposium, and Tzu Chi Research Seminars in order to reach out to many. In the 9th Global Symposium on Common Goodness, the theme was on the Symposium on the Philosophy and Leadership of Master Cheng Yen. And we are grateful to have such affinity. On September 3rd and 4th, in cooperation with Harvard University's Faculty of Arts and Sciences, we have scholars from all over the world who have participated in this symposium, with 30 scholars presenting a total of 12 papers. And Professor Andre, who has been researching Tzu Chi for 27 years, and shared his insights in Chinese, focusing on the 3 main aspects: the influence of Master Cheng Yen in historical context, and Master Cheng Yen's thoughts through a global perspective. He conducted a diverse and in-depth exploration. And through these symposiums, we could also, many of the scholars also talk about the works of Master Cheng Yen, the spirit, and how it influenced Buddhism in the modern contemporary context in the world. And this is Professor Tai Siwen from Princeton University, a lecturer of Chinese Buddhism. He visited Harvard University and delivered a speech at the opening ceremony. And this is Professor Li Jialun from the Fairbank Research Center for Chinese Studies at Harvard University, presented on the topic Tzu Chi and Master Cheng Yen exploring gender charitable concepts. So she pointed out that Tzu Chi's charity transcends gender, transforming charitable endeavors into a more inclusive and powerful global force in the acts of giving and assistance. She believes that the most effective charitable model is the charity and great love missions established by Master Cheng Yen. This is Professor Huang Qianyu from DePaul University in Chicago, who is the first scholar to publish a research book on Tzu Chi's achievements in English. In early July last year, she spent 2 weeks at the Jing Abode, accompanying the master for the first time. And she experienced a daily life at the Jing Abode. And with the theme, and Professor Huang mentioned that Master Cheng Yen's sacred leadership is exemplified by 60 years of selfless dedication to all sentient beings, serving as a role model for others. She encourages everyone to realize their Buddha nature and be inspired to walk the Bodhisattva path. And this is Professor Stephanie from the University of London, who has been researching Taiwanese Buddhism for over 20 years. In recent years, she has also begun to study Master Cheng Yen's thoughts and Tzu Chi. And Master Cheng Yen's words are like contemporary Buddhist teachings, offering succinct yet profound interpretations that guide people towards the path of purity. In Tzu Chi, we see how Master Cheng Yen's thoughts and wisdoms have fostered cooperations and consensus rather than creating barriers or divisions, which is a remarkable aspect of Buddhism. And Professor He Jiaming believes that Tzu Chi should establish its own school as its system is very well developed. And the Tzu Chi sect aims to serve Buddhism by dedicating itself to making Buddhist teachings practical in daily life, embodying the spiritual essence of renunciation. It also aims to serve sentient beings by engaging in worldly activities, ensuring that the precious opportunity of human life is not wasted. And Venerable Master Zhao Hui highly approved the establishment of Tzu Chi sect by entering the Buddhist path through the gate of kindness and upholding the four immeasurable minds. And this stands firm and aligns with the original intention of Buddhism. Professor Leona from Harvard University expressed gratitude to Tzu Chi for allowing him to teach using a case study approach. And this has become a mandatory course for third-year students at the Kennedy School of Government and Business School for the third consecutive year. So we are grateful that we could achieve through this symposium and also through the Kaohsiung online book studies, we could have the 6 achievements of faith, listening, timing, place, leading, and participants. And the accomplishments of participants is because of the many of you who are online and in various places, all abiding at the different places, but coming together to listen and to uphold and to spread the Buddha Dharma. Finally, I want to share with everyone, this is the picture of the Mozambique Mofani Secondary School. It's a new school built by Tzu Chi, and it is a shining light in the darkness, which is the light is the solution of education. And finally, I would like to share with everyone, and the Ukrainian refugees who had fled to Poland, and they themselves become volunteers to help their fellow citizens. And so this is the final final message. And when everyone is doing Tzu Chi, everyone doing it willingly. So doing Tzu Chi, I'm willing. To purify hearts, I'm willing. For world peace, I'm willing. And to uproot the seeds of hatred in my heart, I'm willing. So these are the vows by our Poland volunteers. For world peace, I'm willing. To uproot the seeds of hatred in my heart, I'm willing. These are the vows from our Ukrainian refugees who are now in Poland, are becoming Tzu Chi volunteers in Poland. So they vow to uproot the seeds of hatred in their heart due to the conflicts. So I'm grateful to have this opportunity. Time is always not enough. And grateful to everyone. And the Tzu Chi studies and lectures on theory and practice, there will be a talk by Jing Sangha and about the Tzu Chi spirit by Master Deyu and Master Dechen. Grateful to all. And hope everyone is able to be awakened while doing. And in this path of becoming enlightened by walking the Bodhisattva path. So we are very grateful to Master Dechen, who has helped us to compile all the works done by Tzu Chi internationally and how we spread the great love to many, many countries. And we are truly honored because we are able to join Tzu Chi and follow our master. And Tzu Chi's volunteers' footsteps will never stop, will always be walking, reaching out to more places. And these are some of the feedbacks, positive feedbacks from our listeners who have left the messages online on our social media.
Representation in USA, Mr. Dechen is always full of vibrant energies. The sharing is always exciting. 就是非常开心哦，我们在美国，实际在美国这个地方，同时呢，每次看到我们德成法师的时候，就是充满这样的一个能量，然后这样的一个
Yes, we can always feel and witness the great energy from Master Dechen. And also grateful to Master for giving us recognition on the Kaohsiung online book study. And we will continue to work hard. And through our actions and through the Tzu Chi Dharma lectures, we should all learn more and come and listen and learn more. And let's give a round of applause of gratitude to Master Dechen. Yes, sometimes technology causes us to miss our heartbeat, skip due to the disruptions. Okay, so
in the next segment, we welcome everyone to witness the sharing of our Shi Qing and Wen Qing. You know, they are really the bosom friend of our Da'ai TV. And when someone has this aspiration and determination,